Are you hearing sounds? It is kind of weird. I hope everybody else is not hearing sounds, but there- oh, it's because you're playing. I think you're playing in the background, or am I? I think I'm playing in the background.
Hello, hello, hello.
That's
Hello,
why.
everyone. How?
That's me. It's mine. Okay. Anyway, hello and welcome to the H&M Show. My name is Michael. All right, every week you get. At least I had the sound on it, but every week you always ask me what's H&M stand for. So this week I'm asking you, what's H&M stand for? Can you not hear me? Heart, heartburn, and munchies. Okay, why? Okay, no sound from Heather. Look, no sound from Heather. I knew it. See? What about now? Why is this happening? I don't get it. Say something.
You know what? It's me.
Is it? No, it's not.
I switched over to the hotspot, and now it's not working well because it's this time of
All
day.
right, hold on. Let me change a
I
setting
can't
here
fix it
because
now.
Heather says that it's on her, but I don't think it's on her. I think it's on me. So we're gonna go here real quick, and I'm gonna check and see if we get any sound. Okay, we're gonna go try this. Hit okay, but that should be. Test it. See if you hear anything.
I'm
No.
no, my picture is even frozen.
Is it?
It is for me. I'm
Interesting.
having a really hard time, and I think it's my. I'm. I'm. It's terrible.
Oh, you can hear her now? Somebody says we hear her now. So they say you can hear you now, which is good. Not sure why they
What
couldn't
is it?
before.
For me, it is real choppy, and I think it's my internet. This is terrible. It was working great until you have to go like live.
I think I hear you fine. I
You
think I
hear
hear
me
her.
fine,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't hear you so fine.
I see. It says hearing Heather and she's not frozen. We hear her and she is not frozen. Okay, and lots of lag on Heather's end is what Andrew said. So you think maybe it was the Wi-Fi, don't you?
I do. Let me see if I can switch back. I am so sorry, everybody.
It's okay. That's the fun of doing this kind of stuff. But folks, we're glad y'all are here. I'm glad everybody's trying to learn a little bit about OBS. We've had a heck of a session. I know Andrew's doing some stuff over in his community and our community that we have together. I know that we actually did in our session with the. Are you there? Okay, you're good. You look good.
I don't know. I'm listening to you, and you don't sound jumbled like you did before. So
Okay,
far so good.
that's a good sign then, right?
I don't know. Do you want to start this over again? Can
No,
we? Are we going to be able to like chop this part out? This
sure.
horrible part?
We can do whatever we want. Yep,
Maybe we
absolutely.
can do a show on how we chop parts out that don't work right.
We can do that too. That's no problem. Yeah, we
Great.
wanted to just tell everybody, say hey to everybody, and all that kind of stuff. Now that we got everybody in and we're good and we look decent, we got everything going here. Hopefully, um, we're gonna go over the insides. Last time we did OBS, we said, well, what is it for? Why do we do OBS? A lot of times, people ask me all the time, say, why OBS versus something else? Why?
I'm sorry. If you saw this on my end, you'd laugh hysterically. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Okay,
It
that's fine.
the internet just caught up. So, all right,
Oh,
we're
I
good.
see.
I apologize. I apologize. All right, go ahead.
It's all good. No good. No problem. No, but we talked about OBS last time we did an OBS show. We talked about, hey, why OBS? Why do we use OBS? OBS, for one thing, for me, it's free. The other thing is I wanted to do the streaming part and have live streaming versus doing what we used to do is Hangouts, and Hangouts moved to the YouTube side, which does the same thing. But that's the biggest reason why we made the move and what we wanted to do. So thank you out there. I'll go to comments real quick. I appreciate you guys out there in the audience too, because it says right here, we hear her and it's not frozen. I can hear Heather just fine. An actual live learning experience. Okay, Heather is much better now. There you go. So there you go. Thanks everybody that's coming. That has come. We see Lolan and Bill and Ron and Andrew and Debbie Davis.
Debbie's
nice to
here.
see Debbie.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's good to see you guys. So the biggest thing is we wanted to. We're going to go over Heather's. We're going to go right into Heather's. Show what she does. She's going to show her inside of her OBS. I was going to show mine, but then we realized right beforehand, oh, you know what? I can't do that, because if I do that, it takes you off of what you're seeing out there in the real world. So she's going to get that all set up in the background while I'm still talking to you and stuff. So the other thing is you can always join our community if you like. So don't forget to screen share over there. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. All right.
Thanks
that's fine.
for the hint.
No problem. So we have a community where we did a workshop on this last week sometime, and I think it was very helpful. I think a lot of people that went to it gave me feedback that it was hugely helpful. So that's a good thing, and that's all. I'm trying to help people out with this. So some of this we're going to touch on very briefly. Not as detailed as we did in that presentation, but I'm going to show you right here.
Just going over like what it looks like for the user experience, right? What the production would look like. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, behind the scenes production, exactly. Those kind of things and what we're doing. So if you look right here, this is the inside of OBS. She does the light version. Like you can see that it's all real bright and everything. I have mentioned in the past that I like to make it dark. You can go up to, Heather, if you would go up to File and then Settings, you can actually change to, okay, and there's right there where it says Theme, she's on the default one, but you can change it to dark.
Where?
Right, the second thing down at the very top, second thing.
Oh.
You can change it to a dark version. And why I like to do that personally is I don't like to have the bright in my lens show up on the screen whenever I'm doing something. So for me, I like that darker one because when you wear glasses, it's better. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You want to leave it, that's fine. But that's why I don't.
Oh, we're going to totally mess this up. T-Dog is going to be so very confused when he comes in. We don't care.
And
awesome.
And those that don't know who T-Dog is.
That's T-Dog right there. That's his cartoon character right there.
That's her son. So just to kind of show you around the OBS platform, the main menu is what she's showing right there. She can actually, you saw where she just was. She just got right in between the two things. Go ahead and back into there, between the two, if you would. Go up a little bit, up a little bit, up a little bit. There you go, up, down.
Oh,
right?
this scene.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can actually make that screen smaller. So now your controls are a lot bigger. See how she does that? It's got some cool stuff that you can do like that. Okay, so if you don't necessarily need to see the image that big, but you want to see like all of your scenes or all of your sources, you can do that depending on how many you have. And you can also see your mixer and things like that. So you can actually bring it down just a little bit. It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
You know what I need to do? I need to go get T-Dog and make him come here and watch this episode.
We'll do that afterward. We'll do that afterward. How's that?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, and it might not be totally clear. I know some of you are watching when you are on mobile and stuff like that. So you're not going to see all of the text. So we're going to kind of walk you through so you can kind of see each scene. So when she does her intro, if you watch when she goes and clicks on intro on the scenes, and this is how you govern while you're working as you're going. See, she has music playing. You can see that music playing. Now, we don't have the music live or anything like that, but you can see it bounce, and that lets you know that it's going out there live. Yep. And then she has her 2 mics. She has a desktop audio. She has open video. She has intro song. She has all those different sounds that she possibly could do. And if you notice, she only has 2 sources listed. She has the intro song and the opening video. Boom. Those 2 things. It's listed separate things. Yep. Now she has the mics turned off. Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, fire away. You can add anything at any time, please.
Well, that's important because during the intro, it needs to be music only, no hearing the people talking. You might want to think about doing that.
I love it. Anyway, all right. So if we go to the next one, we have the intro picture. So this she shows an intro picture to show them, and then she goes right into the face cam. Now this right here. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, remember, at this point in time, I don't have any cameras hooked up to OBS. So everywhere that we would have something like face cam or workstation camera or whatever, there are no cameras hooked up. So you're not going to actually see those in the preview window.
And what's cool here, if you look, she has C920 yellow and C922. We're going to see that in just a second and again because she has 2 C920s, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll go ahead and into today's message. She always throws up today's message. And see that? Love that little transition thing. We're going to get into that in just a second. And if you look on the right side of this page, you see scene transitions. And we'll talk about, that's what we'll talk about in a couple minutes. And then all your controls, like where I told her to go to settings, you could have done that over there and all that kind of stuff. Go to studio mode real quick and bounce right back. If you click studio mode, you got preview on the left, live on the right. That's all we're going to talk about. And we're going to go back to, there you go. All right.
And T-Dog lives in this mode right here. He refuses to use the other one, just so you know.
Well, there's a lot of things, there's glitches in the studio mode anyway. So this is the way to be because you know it's live and you never go wrong or whatever and that kind of stuff. This is the workstation. Now what she has here, she has the C920 green. See how that's a different one? Pink background. And then she has, what is that, 1 mic?
T's mic.
I'm sorry.
This is T's mic. So we have to add.
Okay.
We have to add because we have 2 different microphones for 2 different people. So we had to add a microphone for T-Dog.
Nice.
And we do so in the scene. Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. And if you notice, when she added that, if you look over in the mixer section, it added T's mic automatically because it added that there. Can adjust the volume accordingly.
It's so, it's so nice to be able to adjust the volume just like that, be able to mute it, and it goes red when it's muted. It's very, very cool to be able to
make adjustments as you need to.
Manipulate all that right there in one screen.
Yeah, it is. It's
very
awesome.
different than adding in voice meter and all that stuff.
Well, you know, if you think about it, if you think about what we used to do, like with Hangouts, we didn't have that ability. I mean, you had to say, oh, hey, do me a favor, turn down your mic or whatever. You had to tell the people inside the Hangout and stuff like that. So other ways of streaming, this becomes a difficult task where you can manage everything from right here.
Or having 2 people with 2 separate mics in the same room.
Yes. Good
I don't
point.
remember being able to do that in Hangouts.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we go to the next one, which is a face cam and workstation. And I love the transition stuff, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But you can see here's where I was talking about, where she has the T mic, then she has the C920 yellow and the C920 green. She has the 2 different ones. That helps her distinguish which one it is. And what, you have like a piece of tape or something on those that you can see, or
yeah,
or
you know, I'm a crafty girl. I got washi tape on them. Yep,
I love it. I love it. That is so cool. That is so
we
cool.
actually have 2 comment windows. So like, you know how Michael shares the comments with you guys. We actually took a cue from him and did the same sort of thing, but
have it 2 different ways, which I think is cool.
Would be the face cam, and then down here would be the workstation. So it's all
being seen at one time. That's really, really cool. So what she's talking about, workstation, you can see where she's painting and actually doing the work.
Right.
And then the other one shows your video, I would assume. You talking to the people.
So I'm talking. Yeah, they can see me talking to them.
So you see a person as well as the chat coming in. So that's a good thing. That's so cool. I love that. I think that's really neat.
Yeah, and then we added this scrolling comment thing here because one thing that I've learned with our YouTube videos is that people forget that there's a like button and to share and all that stuff. So we put this on up here just to remind people. And it's funny because you can tell that he's gone to this screen because we actually get thumbs up on those videos.
I see.
Like usually it doesn't happen.
That's
Here's
funny.
another one that we put together though. And a second one that we put together yesterday
Mm-hmm.
for it actually shows different things. Do you want to go over those over here?
But it's got your. What I love is the color part. But anyway, that's we're going to see the pink background. But anyway, yes, you got your comments. You got so here's we're going to work backwards. We're going to start with the pink because that's at the bottom. That's your bottom layer. Let's lay. You took a pink piece of paper and you laid it down on there. Boom, there's a pink piece of paper on the table. Actually, turn everything off and we'll turn them on as we go.
All right.
That way people can see. So what you want to do is you want to put your pink background. You take your pink piece of paper. Then we're going to add the little social icons. Okay, we put that and we put that on top. There we go. Then we add a logo. See how all this is coming into place and it's all layered. So let me just, while you're right there, here's where it's a key point of the importance of layers. If she goes and grabs that logo and puts it on top of her social, like if you go actually up into it, yeah, there you go. And drag, see now it's on top of that, it looks kind of funky. So that's how you know which one's on top and that kind of stuff and things like that. So just to show you, yeah, then you can resize it. She can doing all kinds of stuff. Really kind of cool. So then we go to, we can turn on the camera, the green one, the yellow one if they wanted to. Yeah.
And pretend that they're popping up.
Yeah.
Here they'd be there. Okay.
And then the actual comments. See, and she brings in the live chat comment that way. So there you go. So she got all of those. Really kind of cool.
And I think if you wanted to learn specifically how each of these components were brought into the scene, that's where the workshop comes in, or checking out Andrew's OBS study guide if you want a more slower pace, take me one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
There is just really, really cool to figure all this stuff out, but it can be complicated. So
it can.
We're just doing an overview here, but anyway.
So then we get to the end credits. We're going to go where we have credits showing at the end. You want to recognize some people.
Yeah, and this needs some help. This needs some help because I think you mentioned that it's hard to see.
In your last show, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to read. So how would I fix this? How would I make this bigger?
So we're actually going to do a demo and show you today how we can fix this and make this text larger so you can see it better on screen and we can see it better on screen when we're viewing from the outside. So what I'm going to do is I want to go to the properties of that end credit scroll. She already figured out how to do the end credit scroll. So what we're going to do is right click on that source and then go to properties. And when we go to properties, right in here, there we go. So we already have the text of the font, but we're going to go to select the font because there's other things inside there that's some people may not know or do know. But here's the cool thing. Okay, it can change.
It's probably hard to see, huh?
Yeah, it's tough to see, but it's okay. I think you get most people that have been in any kind of like Word or anything like that where you have to change font and the styles, the bold, the italics, and you have all these different choices. You can do strike through, underline, all those. This is very similar to those kind of things. But anyway, we need to adjust the size. So if you look over there, she has a size selected now of, what do you have?
48.
48. So 48. And you can't really tell that in this view, but she's going to change that to a very large size. What did you think we should go with? Like 140, 150?
I'm going to go with 120 and see what that looks like.
All right, we're going to go to 120 and then see how that goes. And it's still...
Yeah, it's not big enough.
So we're going to go, and you kind of...
What did you say, 140?
Something like that. Try 144 or 140 or something like that.
Oh, okay. It's making huge differences. Can you tell?
It doesn't seem, I don't know why it's not doing it though.
I don't know either. I think I might have messed something up. Oh, T-Dog's going to kill me now. Well, let's just go with 140.
Okay. Go to 140.
You can see it.
Yep.
At least it's there. I think, you know what I think it is? Hang on. Hang on.
Oh, because that window is not?
There, that's much easier.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And that's what they're seeing. It's because we had the window shrunken down smaller.
I will tell the folks watching that the more words you put into this thing, the more havoc it wreaks. So, don't be a word mouthy person like myself. Just say thank you.
Oh, and yeah. Debbie wanted me to say hi to her mom because her mom's watching. Is this go
Hi, Mom.
showing how a live show works? So, hey, hello.
Oh, she gets to see how a live show doesn't work. That's
Yeah,
what she,
or how not to do one.
right.
And there's people in the chat here. I'll put the comments up real quick too, because I want to put the
That's a
comments
good
up
idea.
to show their comments out there. You got other people too. You got Mark Barris and Britt Bill and everybody else for saying hi. There
That's
you go.
awesome.
Impressed with the technology. I hear you. I hear you. All right, back to the screen share. So now that we see that and it's better and we can see all those things and how that looks, it's much better and a lot better look too. It's excellent. And then you have one that is face cam. Real quick before we go, I mean, I just want to say that you have face cam.
Oh,
That's
that
for
was just
a full
that was
picture,
just
right?
one that messed up. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
just
just
a
a
full
full picture.
picture. There you go.
So you saw how
Let's
it
go over
did
to
those
yeah.
the swipes, right? We were going to go over that real quick.
Yes, the Luma water. They actually made one, designed one, and did their own. So that's kind of cool. So let's go in there and show them the scene transitions. You may be limited. You may have only the 2 or 3 that are standard, but you can go choose a whole bunch. And that's where we hit
Yeah.
the
Okay, so here's what you want to do.
okay.
So I'm in the wrong place. So here's what you want to do. You want to go plus sign. You can do a swipe, a slide, a
Mm-hmm.
stinger, a fade, or a Luma wipe.
And that's it.
So that's what we did. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
call it something else. Let's just say testing.
Super, yeah, test or something, some other thing.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to say testing because I know I'll be able
Be
to
able to
remove
delete
that.
that. Yeah. So
All
right here,
right,
this is
and
so
then
cool. Check this out. How many you got here?
there's a whole bunches of
Look
them.
at all that.
Yeah.
There's
So
all
this one's
kinds.
let's choose. So this one says watercolor right down here. That's the one I'm hovering over. I know you probably can't see that very well. But then
Yeah, which
let's
one was this
do
one? Was this the one we tried beforehand?
I don't
Can't
know
remember.
which one we tried. Let's try this one.
Yeah, parallel zigzag. Let's just see what it looks like. See what happens
All
when you
right,
do.
hang on. Here we go. Are you ready?
Hit OK and see what happens. So when we go into it, look at that. That's
Ta-da.
weird.
Isn't that cool?
That's wild. So there you go. There's the
That's pretty
parallel
neat.
zigzag whenever you go into those.
And then, this is where you would change like the
Mm-hmm.
duration, so like how fast it goes.
Yep.
So
So
if you did
2,000 milliseconds
it
is
it was
2
yeah,
minutes. No,
it
it's
was
2 seconds.
2,000 milliseconds. Now we're going to try 5,000 milliseconds.
Yeah, which
And
is
you'll
like
see how
5
it slows
seconds.
down.
Yeah, it's like 5 seconds.
That's cool, right?
Yep. To get the whole thing done, about 5 seconds. Yep.
Let's go with one more change
That's going to
just
be
to see.
quick. Really neat.
And then here I have to share which one is it? If I get, hopefully I get it right.
Watercolor?
I think it's
Oh.
this one.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And T-Dog says that's you've just been vaporized. All right, so there you go. Vaporized.
So those of you that haven't, some of you that went to my thing, you didn't get a chance to see that because I did not show you that part of it. So it's kind of cool that now you got a chance to see that. I think we're done
We're
showing.
always throwing bonuses out there, man.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. You know what? We don't start the show right ever, but we always end it awesome.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. For sure. Yep. And that's good stuff, huh? Love it.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so. Did the people out there enjoy it?
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if they did or not?
Well, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look and find out.
Okay.
'Cause I have a direct line here.
All right. You find out.
Bill says he found watercolor yesterday and he immediately thought of me.
Is that good or is that bad?
Yeah, Mark would like to know, is OBS software free?
Good question. Yes, absolutely. One of the first things I mentioned was yes, it is free. That's one of the reasons why I use it.
Well, and I will mention, and Michael's mentioned this before. I don't know if in private or in public, but the gentleman who put it together accepts donations. So
Yeah.
whereas it is free, it is an open source. Is that how you say that? Open source
Yeah.
software?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since it is like that, donations are really what drive it, and it is so robust. It's kind of amazing to think that this whole thing is free. So I'm very happy to kick 20 bucks over. Every couple of times that we talk about this, I try to give him $5, $10 because I think that it's important that he gets something. So I've got to open up my
Very
PayPal
thoughtful.
wallet again.
Very, very thoughtful.
Say it again.
Very thoughtful of you. I mean,
You brought it up, and I was like, yeah, why haven't I donated? So I
that's pretty
did
awesome.
the first time you mentioned it, and then since then, when we've done these shows, I've definitely done that.
That's so cool.
OBS is free. The bills for therapists after you get it is another matter. It is it is incredibly complicated. It really is because it's truly robust program. But I think once you've done it,
Yeah, I figured
once you've
out.
gone through all the steps, um, the headache actually goes away.
Yeah.
Although T Dog might argue with me a little bit, but
Love it.
I will say one thing that has been very helpful and beneficial if you are somebody who's new to doing this and you'd like to kind of wrap your head around all of this stuff. First of all, the study group that Andrew has going on is tremendous. You need to take a look at that. It's a very slow paced, easygoing, at your own pace type thing. The workshops that Michael has done are totally worth $10. Pay the $10, become a member, and then cancel afterwards. I don't care. But just take those workshops and check them out because they're totally worth it. And then if after all that you still want to have some clues, here's my biggest tip. You get yourself a good old fashioned piece of paper and a pen,
There you
and
go.
you write down the steps that you need to do to go from one
That's
thing to the
valid.
next.
That's a valid point. I mean, that's a great
Because
idea. Go ahead.
that was the one thing that made a difference with our show. Because once T Dog saw it, like, okay, you're going to open the show, so I need to be on this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to save these things. Then I switch to this scene. I need you muted here. I unmute you here. Those types of things were all written down. He's never looked at it since, but writing it down once helped.
There you go. That's perfect. Great point. Um,
That's all I have. So I'm out of here. See you later.
all right, folks. That's really all we all have. That's all we both have. So the thing is we appreciate you folks. Let's go ahead and do tech in the news real quick. How about that? You want to do
Ooh,
that?
I like that plan.
All right. And let me try to do that again. Let's see if I have it. I don't even know if I have. I thought I did. Oh well, I guess I don't. All right, I guess I thought I had the little intro thing, but I guess I don't have it. Okay, whatever. Anyway, thought I had a cool little thing that I did ahead of time, but I must not have. Anyway, tech talk about the tech that you were talking about beforehand with me.
Oh, my frustration with Google Drive.
Yes.
So Google Drive, you may or may not have noticed, if you are someone who syncs your Google Photos to your Drive, they have officially removed the Google Drive Photos, whatever.
That
Google
stinks.
Photos is out of Google Drive. That's what I was trying to say. The folder,
Gosh,
the folder is still sitting there. Like there's still a thing to click on, and then it tells you you can't look at them no more.
that stinks.
Yeah. But if you have a Google Photos folder in your Drive,
Mm-hmm.
then they're still there and it will still back up to them, but you can't click that
Yeah.
navigation on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a bummer. I really did use that a lot. Really bummed about that. But
Yep. I know.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Free services have their drawbacks, right?
I know it. I guess so.
Although I do pay for storage, so I don't really feel like it's free, but whatever. That's another story.
Yep. Now let's try a sneak peek. I'm gonna try a sneak peek for next week. What do you
All right,
think?
good luck.
Yeah, let's see if it works. I'm gonna see if it goes through. All right, hopefully that one worked. We'll see. Sneak peek for next week. This is going to be. I'm excited about this. We are going to. Heather will not be with us, but next week we have Geeks on Tour is going to come on with us.
What?
We've had.
I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, we had Geeks on Tour where Chris Gould came on and talked to us about photos, Google Photos and stuff like that. But she's going to come on this week. They had a good thing. I watched their show this past Sunday where they did a thing on Facebook, something that I don't know a lot about. So she's going to come on our show and talk about Facebook. So it's kind of cool.
Facebook's pretty valuable to the small business, so that's pretty genius. And neither one of us really know or do anything with Facebook, so it's pretty awesome to have somebody come on and talk to us.
Right here you see their website, and then right here is Geeks on Tour. This is their YouTube page. So you can go back and watch a couple of their videos and watch some of the things. There's the Facebook privacy, what you need to know, which is kind of cool. They did that one. Nice. So that kind of intrigued me, and I asked them, I said, hey, would you guys be willing to do this? Now they're coming and they're going to go with in their RV. So it's going to be real interesting to see how that turns out and shows up. And then here is their Facebook page.
Do you know where they are at right now?
I don't. I know they're at home right now, but I'm not sure where they're going to be when they do this.
Where they're going to be in a week.
So right here is their Geeks on Tour Facebook page. So hopefully we'll see all of that kind of stuff and be able to get an idea and see, which is going to be cool. I think it's going to be awesome to have them on. It's always good whenever they do come on. It's wonderful. I love when they come on because I learn so much. Chris is just amazing with the stuff that she does, and Jim's like the production guy. So it's almost like having two people. It works out to be really cool to have people that know the information and then people that are the production behind. So you're the one that knows all the information, and I'm the one with production behind. But
yeah, okay. Welcome to the H&M Show, where we sell it.
That's right. There you go.
And you know what it is.
That's right. And so I just wanted to invite anybody. Hope everybody can come out. Should be really cool to see them next week. Anybody that wants to come into the show, after the show, go to the community. There's going to be a link for you to come in for the after show, okay,
yes.
for tonight, so people can come in and see us and talk to us a little bit that are members of the community. Thank you very much. I know there was some glitches tonight, but I tried a whole new process, and I learned a lot from it. So I'm working on a couple things, so we'll see how that goes further on down the road. I'm always trying to make things a little bit different and a little bit better. Not always successful, but
I think the key to success is failure. I really do think that is the key to success, because
I am really
how else
successful.
do you figure out new things, right?
I like to say I'm very successful because I make lots of mistakes. So please, folks, you guys, please join us. I'm going to the closing credits, and thank you very much, Heather. Thank you as always, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Couple weeks possibly,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.